typically at this point, like I would start to ask, you know, hey, how do you stay up to date and stuff like that? But you got 20-something years. We're not even going to get into that.
Yeah.
I want to get into the shop.
Okay.
Because the shop was one of those things, when I pulled up, at first off, I went, wow, this is pretty nice. It looked very new. And then I walked in and I went, this is awesome. The only way I can describe it is a horror museum, then it expands beyond that. You know, so let's get into it. Like, I know you got some serial killer stuff here, you got some horror stuff here, you got some dolls. Let's get into the doll thing, because that thing freaked me out right off the bat. Get into the dolls.
So, you know, first and foremost, you know, this is like a mini museum when people come in here. We have everything, like you were saying, from original serial killer artwork, John Wayne Gacy, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, Charles Manson, and, you know, my other business partner, he is, you know, the owner of serialkillersinc.net. So we kind of get the lucky, you know, we're the lucky draw where he gets to bring a lot of that stuff in. Then we have our real skeletons. We do have 7 real human skeletons, full skeletons. We call them our, you know, our bony bunch or our lucky 7. They all have names. We have everything from any kind of weird taxidermy that you can think of here. But then we have the dolls. Let's get into the dolls. So I am not a doll collector by any means. You know, I appreciate dolls. I think they're creepy as hell. They're freaking awesome. We were on Ghost Nation back in 2021 on the Travel Channel.
We were in the waiting room, sitting on the pew, and I was saying the name Wilbert. And literally a voice, it sounded to me like it said, yeah. Wilbert, be slack.
I thought that was you.
It was right there. I freaked out. I mean, not freaked out.
Yes, our shop is extremely haunted. When I first bought it back in 2014, I had no idea. I did not know the shop was as haunted as it was. After the show happened, I started to get boxes in the mail from all over the world. I've had some come in from Australia. I've had some come in from South Africa, from Peru. Not knowing what this was, people said, what did you order now? Like, where did these supplies come from? I'm like, they're not supplies. We would open the box and there would be a doll in there with a handwritten note that would say, hey, sorry, this is my mom's doll. She passed away. It's haunted. I don't do paranormal. I don't want this in my house, but I saw you on TV. I hope you didn't mind. I kind of laughed about it at first because I knew that objects could be inhabited by certain spirits. You know, there's enough TV out there that you know these things happen. Everybody's going off today. You gonna say hi for the camera? Oh,
no, that
well, hey Jasper, thank you. That's Jasper. He's awesome, and he is a clown. So, Jasper, are you showing yourself off?
That's fucking creepy, dude. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that there was those things were on.
But I was not going to be expectant of being the spirit keeper for all of these crazy ass dolls that started to come in, and they all are haunted and they all have their own personality. You know, we do have to lay down the rules. Sometimes they will move our stuff. Sometimes they will turn the lights completely out in here, then turn them back on. They will flicker them. They will move our tattoo machines. They will turn off our power units in the middle of tattooing. I've had electricians out here multiple times. No worries, no problems, they tell me. And you know, sometimes we'll come in and something will be moved. Something will be off the wall, something will be in the middle of the floor. And with all of the activity that goes on in here, the customers tend to love it or hate it. Some of them do get touched. You know, they have free reign. The spirits are free will. You may get touched if you come in here. You may hear somebody whisper in your ear or yell in your ear. You may get tripped. You may get pulled. You may get your hair tugged. So it kind of makes for a really exciting tattoo experience. You know, sometimes some of our clients have seen some of our resident spirits who actually will manifest an entire full body apparition. And as if I'm tattooing them and I don't see them, they will tell me, hey, you got a customer. And I'm like, where? And I go out there and there's nobody out there. And they swear they saw somebody standing in the hallway. And I have to kind of tell them at that point, you did see somebody, but they're not of this living world anymore.
So you, I didn't know any of this when I walked in here today. And you know, it was very cool. But I gotta be honest with you, even after you told me that, I don't have like the heebie-jeebies or anything. Like, I'm not uncomfortable at all.
No, and that's the nice thing about this studio. A lot of people will think that it's like the haunted house. Keep in mind, they were living. You know, they were living. They were you and I one day. These are human spirits. I mean, we do have a few of our demons that we keep in the back separated from everybody else. You know, just because they can get a little rambunctious, and I honestly don't know what they are capable of yet. They've only been with me a few months. Besides the demons that we do have in the back, we do have human spirits here. You know, they love being interactive with the clients. They love being interactive with the tattoos, the piercings, you know, and if they're comfortable enough with you, or if they've seen you come in multiple times, if you're one of my sleeve customers or my back pieces, they do get to know you, and they have noticed on several occasions, wow, they get more comfortable with them. But they're not scary. They're not here to harm anybody. They're not going to harm anybody unless you do something that they just don't like. And again, they're human spirits. They have free reign. So be on your best behavior. I
think we could do a complete episode on just the whole haunted part of this, the amount of stuff that you have in here. I'm gonna try to pack as much in as I can for you guys that are watching this, because it is freaking amazing. I wish you could see it in person. There's so much stuff in here. We could actually do a whole freaking episode, hour episode of the amount of stuff that you guys have in here. So I appreciate you doing this for me today.
Yeah, you got it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool shop. The vibe in here is fantastic. You know, you have yourself and another tattoo artist, Amber, that works here. Great tattoo artist. You guys also do piercings. Real quick, where's your shop located at?
We're located in the heart of Deptford Township, which is South Jersey. We're the Convent, welcome, 10 Superior Way in Deptford, New Jersey.
Do you guys have an Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, we have all of that. We have it's at Convent Tattoo. We have the Facebook. We have a full website. We're getting ready to do this show now. We always try to help out local artists. So we do free shows from time to time to help out local businesses. It's great networking. So if anybody's around, come on in. We always give tours to the public and whoever wants to see the Haunted Tattoo Show.
If somebody were to come in here and wanted to get a tattoo, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
I have always done my consults in person only. The reason I do in-person only consults is so that I can get to meet you. I can see your personality. I can see exactly what you want. I can ask you whatever questions I need to. I can look at the body part that you want it to be on, see what kind of size you're thinking, see what kind of placement. For me, I've always felt trying to do it through email or Instagram Messenger or whatever the case may be. Now that's the new fad. I can't do that. I'm old school, people. Like, I cannot try to read through the lines anymore. I do everything hands-on. Again, I don't use a computer, so all of my stencils are hand stenciled. All of my drawings are done by hand. I don't use a computer for any of that. The only thing I use a computer for is if I have to put a type font in it. Writing, I'm not gonna come up with when there's millions of writing styles out there. But if I can meet you and talk to you, and then if you decide to book the tattoo, you get a price. I let you know how long it's gonna take. If you wanna book it, just requires a $100 non-refundable deposit that goes towards the final cost of the tattoo, just to ensure that I am not spending my time at home, because a lot of times I do not have time to draw in the shop. I'm always busy tattooing and then I come into piercing. This way it just ensures that you're comfortable. You have a set date and time. I give you an appointment sheet, so you actually get a physical appointment sheet and a time and a date. And then this way we can make sure that we get the best tattoo that you want, that I feel comfortable with, that you're gonna be comfortable with for the rest of your life.
As far as payment here, do you take cash, credit?
Yeah, so of course cash is always king, right. But nowadays, the way of the world, a lot of people don't carry cash, which is fine. So we also accept all major credit cards. And occasionally, if Apple Pay wants to work, we take Apple Pay as well.
Awesome. I appreciate it, Sophie. This was great. It was so cool to meet you guys. And everybody, if you want to check out this shop, make sure you come down and say hello to Sophie. Like she said, she'll give you a quick tour. And you know what? Why don't you grab a tattoo while you're here? All right, everybody, thank you for stopping by. This is Buck checking out.